What's up, family? All right, let me adjust this camera. All right. First off, man, I appreciate y'all joining me on this topic. We're gonna go in real heavy tonight, y'all, and we're gonna be real honest about what's going on. Way too often, people like to make excuses. Always trying to make excuses. There's a lot of non-accountability. Oftentimes, not oftentimes, but most of the time, there's no accountability on all levels. Any level you can think of, is when you think of law enforcement, no accountability, no accountability in the church, no accountability in education, no accountability. I mean, like people just not being held accountable, not wanting to be accountable. We live in a society where it's a do whatever the hell you want to do. And, you know, the favorite phrase these days is, don't judge. Don't judge. The thing is that we all judge. And we're all judged every day. When you walk out, before you walk out of the house, you make sure that you're presentable. You make sure that the clothes you got on are clean, and make sure they're ironed out right. Make sure you wash your face, you comb your hair. If it was not for walking outside that door and knowing that you may run into certain kind of people or whatever, you probably wouldn't go through all the trouble. I know I wouldn't most days. I do just what I do when I'm sitting in my house. Just laying around with anything on. So, people judge. We all judge. And we're all judged. In fact, a lot of time, because we know we're being judged, it actually brings out the best in us. So, there's nothing wrong with being judged. There's nothing wrong with being critical of someone. There's nothing wrong with being critical of yourself. Just be honest about it. See? So, myself, I've made a plethora of mistakes in my lifetime. I think because I did more good than bad, I'm still here. I was shown favor. So, I don't have a problem calling my own BS out. My life is an open book. Anybody that try to say something against me, try to use my past against me, I hit them with that shit, because I know that they got some things in their past that they probably are still hiding, that they're totally ashamed of. So I know anybody that tries to judge me got some skeletons in their closet. And if they come at me, I know how to find those skeletons. So it's not a big deal, in my opinion, if somebody says something about you and they're being accurate. If they're accurate with their description, ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, if they lying, that's a total defamation of character. That's something totally different. But you preach your eulogy every day you live, meaning that what you do in life becomes the sermon at your funeral. If you don't want nobody to call you out on it, don't live that type of lifestyle. That's the way I see it. Let me see who in here right quick. We're going to go in on this situation with Kenneka Jenkins, the girl who was found dead in a freezer in Rosemont, Illinois. Rosemont is about 19 miles from Chicago, y'all. This story right here really like triggered something in me, man, because I'm just so tired of this fucking nonsense. I'm tired of the fucking ignorance. I'm tired of seeing people just not only throw their lives away, but just discard other people's lives like it's nothing, like it's a joke. These youngsters today, they don't even understand the gravity of the stuff that they're doing. It's like they laughing, it's just funny, it's funny. It's laughing, it's funny. They kill somebody, do something dirty, low down to somebody. It's funny, it's funny, it's funny, it's funny, it's funny. When they put the cuffs on them, it's still funny. You know why? Because when they put the cuffs on them after they do something real foul, the cameras are still rolling. It's still funny when they're in the courtrooms. They still joking because the cameras are everywhere and the reporters there like, hey, why did you do it? Why did you do it? It's still funny to them. It's like it's not computing to them the consequences of their actions. It's not computing. And it don't compute until the cameras turn off and the reporters go home. Nobody can catch it on social media and post it. You can't get no more likes. You can't get any more views, no more shares. And they realize nobody cares. And your ass is sitting in that cell with no visitation, no money on your books. All the people that you said you was gonna ride for and die for, or they said they was gonna ride and die for you. They may have tried to hold on for a couple of times, a couple of moments, but after that, life goes on and they forget about your ass and you're sitting in there, you're bitter and you're sick to death because nobody cares. And you finally fucking wake up and realize that this whole homeboy shit, this friendship shit, this gang shit, this my hood, my section, my turf, this shit is one big lie. Now, a lot of cats ain't gonna tell y'all that because they still eating off y'all. They want to eat off the stupidity. They're not gonna say anything about it. Some cats who have lived the lifestyle are not going to say anything about it because they don't want to come off as hypocritical, because that's the first thing people like to do. They want to throw your past in your face. Ah, man, you did. That's how you going to tell them about it, man. You know, you did it. You did it. So let me get this straight. If I start some conflict unnecessarily and a motherfucker shoot me in my eye, I make it through. Miraculously, I survive. And I come over to you and I give you the game and say, man, don't do that, man. That ain't smart. See what happened to me. You mean to tell me your ass is that stupid that you would tell me, man, you can't tell me about getting shot in the eye. You got shot in the eye. You that damn stupid? You know what it is? Some people don't want to. They just don't want to be accountable. They don't want to sacrifice anything that might take them out of their comfort zone. They want to continue to have the same life that they've always had. They don't want to grow. They don't want to know shit new. If you tell them something new, they're going to be like, man, man, you tripping. That's what's going to happen. Y'all chime in and y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation with Kenneka Jenkins. And before I go any further, I want to let y'all know tomorrow I'll be interviewing Colleen Dagg right here on YouTube Live. Colleen Dagg, AKA Becky Knuckles. Colleen Dagg is the girl who, and I'm saying that affectionately. She's a woman. I don't mean any disrespect, but she is the woman who put hands on. She's a white woman who put the hands on the other white woman in the hotel lobby for using a racial slur, and she beat her down pretty good. So she'll be on the show tomorrow. Y'all check that out. 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. 1 p.m. Central. I'll have Colleen Dagg on the show, a.k.a. Becky Knuckles. Let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. Yep, Jesus. Detained. Might be Doris. Big J say can't wait for that. Dan Duzzle, what up? Michael X, she put them hands on it. Yes, she did. Macy Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, please find a way to discuss this message with your children. Please, please do, because I'm going to drop some gems on y'all, I promise you. Andy, what was it? Starnes, and a friend killed herself. Hold on. I missed that. It's kind of moving pretty fast. Where are the parents of these girls who were in the room with her? Good question. Because when kids act like that, when people act like that, that's what come to my mind. Makes me think, where was the parents? And then on top of that, it makes me think, where was her parents' parents? Because obviously they missed something that they didn't give her so that she could pass on to her daughter. Artemis says, I hope and pray somebody tells somebody knows something. So let's get in. Say, let them know. Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, so let me lay out some facts first. Was at least what the family was told first. And I don't even know if these are facts, but these are facts of what was told. So Kenneka was found on Sunday morning in a walk-in freezer at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. This was after partying with some friends in the hotel room the night before. She was hanging out with her friends. And I'm going to put these friends on blast because they know what happened. Manifa Shelton and Irene Roberts. If y'all know who they are, flush them out. Make sure that they don't have one more comfortable sleep night. Make sure that they don't sleep good tonight. Make sure they don't sleep good tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day. All right? Until they put them fools on blast and let us know. Let the mama know who did that to that girl. Monifa Shelton and Irene Roberts, these are the so-called friends of Kenneka Jenkins who set her up, who knows exactly what happened. They was in that room partying. So if you in the Chicago area, you anywhere, Illinois, Rosemont area, you know who these fools are, call they asses out, let them know, flush them out on social media, flush them out in the neighborhood, flush them out wherever they are, at school, at work, in the trap house, wherever their ass hang out at. Flush them out. So these so-called friends told Kenneka's mom that she had been drinking and managed to get herself locked in a freezer. This again, it further illustrates how stupid a lot of these fools are. This the best damn thing they could come up with. Out of all the lies they could tell, the best lie they could come up with was she had been drinking and managed to lock herself inside of a freezer. Now keep in mind, how would they know that anyway when the body didn't get discovered until the next day? How she know? Why would they suggest that she locked herself in there? If they meant her well, why wouldn't they be suspicious that it was foul play involved? That somebody had done something to her? If that had happened to my friend, drunk or not, I would have assumed that somebody did something to him or her. I would not have taken the route of this was self-inflicted. I would not have done that. But see, I got some common damn sense. All right? So, Kenneka's mom said the police told her that her daughter apparently let herself into the freezer while inebriated and died inside. An autopsy was performed Sunday, but it wasn't immediately clear whether foul play was suspected. Again, this is coming from the spokesperson for the medical examiner's office, reported by the Chicago Tribune. Let me tell you something, man. Chicago got a very, very shady history in law enforcement. Very, very shady in the whole judicial system. Keep in mind, y'all, this is the home of Al Capone. They've been dirty for a long, long time, and they still dirty. They don't get called out for their dirt half as much as the citizens there who do dirt. The police in Chicago are enablers of the criminals in Chicago. The police and the criminals in Chicago are one and the same. Believe that. Now, also, it was said that after they put this video out about the party and all this stuff, it's so many people interested in knowing exactly what happened. People are really, really digging. That's why I know that this case is going to be resolved. And I think it'll be resolved relatively quickly because people are very, very interested in this case. People are very upset about what happened. And it has touched the hearts of a lot of people. Because I really do believe that people, when they saw what happened and they hear about what happened, they really do envision that this could have been their daughter. This could have been them. This could have been their sister, their cousin, their aunt, their friend. This could have happened to anybody. So a lot of people are talking about this case. They said that after she was reported dead, there was a person who put out a Twitter account claiming to be her. Of course, it was proven to be a hoax because the coroner has her body and they've conducted an autopsy, so she is dead. Who would sink that low to pretend to be her, to pretend to be a person that's deceased and would further cause the family more anxiety, more pain? Who would do something like this? This just goes to show y'all, man, how really, really, really messed up this society is. We got some low-down ass people in this world. And it's a whole bunch of them concentrated right here in the United States of America. It's a whole bunch of them right here in the U.S. And they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And I can guarantee you right now, we're talking about this case, something, an act so fucking deplorable that, it's made international news. Black people obviously are the culprits in this situation. The next damn story is going to be the white folks' turn. Then it's going to be the Mexicans' turn. Then it's going to be the Puerto Ricans' turn. Then it's going to be the Asians' turn. Then it's going to be, it's going to be on and on and on and on and on. Everybody's going to take their turn because everybody fucked up. All of the different groups got fucked up shit going on. The Catholics, the Christians, the Muslims, Protestants, the Jehovah's Witnesses, everybody gets enough to go around, all the way around, man. It ain't no one group of people. It's so many people out here fucked up. And a big part of it is because leadership starts at the top. America's government is bought and paid for. And I'm telling you, just like in your home, leadership starts at the top. If education is stressed in your household, your kids are going to more than likely go on to do good things academically. Nobody's going to be surprised when they graduate high school, go to college, and pursue the career of their choice. If education is not stressed in your household, nobody's going to bat an eye if they drop out in the 4th grade. Nobody's going to trip out if they don't graduate, if they don't do well, if they end up on government assistance, if they end up selling dope for a living or whatever. Nobody's going to bat an eye because that's what's expected. That's kind of what comes with that. So we're all products of our environment. We're all products of conditioning. Now, it doesn't mean that automatically, because I live over here, I'm going to turn out this way. Or because I live in this household, I'm going to turn out this way. I was the exception. So I know that there's exceptions to the rule. But more than likely, however you're conditioned, that's how you're going to be. That's why you have some gang members out there that's been conditioned from day one. And that's why a lot of times it's hard to have, complete contempt for them, because some of them just, they was raised, they were conditioned from day one to be this way. And they grow up and it's all they see. Everybody going to jail, everybody getting killed, everybody selling dope, and everybody being disrespectful, and they grow up in it, and automatically, man, they 10 years old, already conditioned. There's nothing you can do about it. So, but at the end of the day, I remember when I was around, I had to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or 11 when I figured it out. I used to do a lot of reading even then. And the one thing that always stuck with me was self-accountability and not making excuses. So I always said that I realized that, okay, my mama brought me here. I didn't ask to come here, but damn, I'm here. And whatever I do, I'm going to have to be accounted for. I'm going to have to pay the cost for my actions. So when I first jumped out there when I was 10 years old and committed a robbery, well, I got punished. And everything else I did after that, well, I got caught, I got punished. So I realized, man, you got to be accountable for your own actions. A lot of people today, they don't want to be held accountable. A lot of people today, they don't want to hold other people accountable. Some people, like Donald Trump, he want to hold everybody that don't look like him, that ain't from his corner, his block. He want to hold them accountable. He want to punish the shit out of everybody else severely. He want to punish everybody else severely. This is the same thing with white supremacists. They want to punish everybody else. Anybody else break the law, they ready to punish them like that. In fact, you ain't got to break the law. You can just look like you want to break the law in their mind. And they want to punish you. You can not commit a crime and just exercise your freedom of speech and your freedom of expression to not stand when a stupid ass song is being played. And they will crucify you. They want you dead. They want you dead, shot in the head. It's the same thing in the black community. Black people want to crucify everybody else. And of course, I shouldn't broad stroke, but I'm saying, collectively, crucify everybody else. But get these pussies in the hood that's fucking up everybody else in the hood that's doing good in the hood, the good people in the hood, making life dangerous for them, scaring the shit out of the old people, got the kids scared to death, got kids sleeping on the floor. They want to give them a pass and make excuses for them. Fuck that. It's time. It's time for the so-called leaders in the black community to step their asses up. It's time for everybody else. The people that live in the hood. The people that live in the hood got more power than anybody that live in the hood. The people in the hood, it's their terrain. It's their backyard. And can't nobody check somebody in the hood like somebody that's already in the hood can check them. You just let a motherfucker know we don't rock like that on this block. We don't get down like that on this street. We don't do that around here. And when you find somebody doing that around here, you get rid of their asses. Hey man, by hook or crook, any means necessary. That's how you do it. You can't keep making excuses for these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is killing our babies. They're dangerous. Men and women, they're dangerous. Their asses gotta go. They got to go. Oh, fuck all that, man. We gotta take take the kid gloves off, man. Take them off. It's time to take the kid gloves off. Take them off. That shit over. Take the kid gloves off. Stop with the damn excuses. Stop talking about this dude that, yeah, we know the dirty shit that people in this motherfucking society do. We know that we're living under a white supremacist structure, but when are we gonna motherfucking hold ourselves accountable for our bullshit too? Because we got an interesting dichotomy here working. We gotta deal with their bullshit and we gotta deal with our bullshit, but we just wanna deal with their bullshit and talk about their bullshit. We don't wanna talk about our bullshit and deal with our bullshit. There is a such thing as being able to do two at the same time. Some people, when you talk about their bullshit, they like to be really, really critical and say, well, what about black on black crime? Well, there's a number of people out there that are attacking both at the same time. But they just automatically, it's a defense mechanism when they say, what about black on black crime? Because they want you to just leave them along and let them continue to do dirty shit, and they want you to suffer in silence. So if you fighting on both fronts, man, salute. But you gotta fight on both fronts. You can't fight just one fight. We got a dual fight here. We got to fight these motherfuckers and fight these motherfuckers. And the sooner we get it in our head that we got to fight these motherfuckers over here. We ain't got no problem with this fight over here. But these motherfuckers, man, a fight is a fight, man. An enemy is an enemy. I don't give a damn who the enemy is. An enemy is an enemy. Them motherfuckers over here is doing a bunch of killing. They doing a bunch of disrespect. They making a whole lot of shit dangerous. They bitch asses got to go. It's time. Don't protect no motherfucker. Anybody that call themselves a leader, anybody in the hood call themselves a leader, anybody in the hood that's hustling and getting money, that call themselves a leader, and they got the hood shook. If the hood ain't good, if the people in the neighborhood scared of you, if it's dangerous in the neighborhood and you so-called a leader, you ain't no motherfucking leader. Your ass got to go. It's time. It's time to get rid of every last one of them so-called leader motherfuckers in every neighborhood. Every neighborhood got one. All their asses got to go. It's more of us than them. It's more people than they are. They operate under the same mantra as the people over here do. They use fear. Fear. It's just fear. But what happens? Y'all know how it go, man. You seen it happen a million times. You know how many times the big bully on the block bully the shit out of everybody, even though it's fictional, even in the movie Friday, when Ice Cube whooped up on D-Boy ass. Man, that's how it is in real life. The big bully in the hood, man, he bully, man. People intimidated, and the more he bully, the more shit he get away with, the stronger his legacy become. You know, the more people more people fear him. People just fear. Just hear about the legend and fear him. Man, the minute somebody puts something on his motherfucking ass, everybody go, wait, man, that happened for real? Damn. Shit, I didn't know he was human. Shit, I thought he was a superhuman. Shit, you mean such and such did this and his fucking head knotted up? They hit him in the head and his head knotted up? Oh, you talking about he hit him with that slug and he bled? Damn, I ain't know he could bleed. So I didn't know his feet didn't walk on water. Oh, shit. Oh, so he was a human being after all. That's how that shit go. That's how it go. That shit don't mean nothing, man. All of that hard shit and talking about you running the hood, you running this. How you gonna run the hood? Oh, and let's not forget those types who run the hood but can't run the government. Let me back that up. Every neighborhood in America, they got one. They run the hood, but when the white folks come, they bow down. Wait a minute. So can't nobody black just come and arrest you and beat you up and kidnap you. All the black people, you got them shook. But when the white folks get ready to come get you, they just come and get you and you just surrender peacefully. And then you go spend all your money on lawyers and they lie on you and they plant dope and plant cases and they just embellish it or whatever. Maybe you did some of the shit, but all of the shit, they just make you look like the biggest gangster and killer of all time. And you sit there and take it. Then they slam them doors on your ass with 50-year sentence and you don't do shit. But you gonna handle the hood though. Fuck out of here. That's why I don't fear that shit, man. I don't fear none of them, dog. I don't fear none of them. Because I know they got limitations on what they'll do. I know they got limitations. They gonna try to scare black people. They gonna try to scare the hood. They wanna try to beat up everybody in the hood, but they ain't scared of them other folks. Man, it's time to call them motherfuckers out. It's more people in the hood that's good. It's more good people in the hood. It's more working people in the neighborhood. It's more working people in the hood. It's more people in the hood that's really got good intentions, that want to live a good, long, healthy life, that's trying to raise their kids the right way. It's more good than bad. It's time for the good to get on their game. Just like we always hear them talking about it's more good cops than bad cops, but then from the outside everybody else say, nah, fuck that, they all bad. Because they ain't doing nothing to check the good one. They ain't doing nothing to check the bad one, so all of them bad. That's how the police and people outside of the black community see the black community. That's why they try to group the whole community. They say, well, Well, if the bad people are flourishing in the hood and y'all seeing all this bad shit happening and y'all embracing them, y'all ain't doing nothing about it, then ain't no good people in the hood. Whole hood the same way. And they just group the whole hood. They paint the whole hood with one broad stroke. It's the same thing. Can't have it both ways. Can't check them and let them go unchecked. It's time for the real men. The real men. Not the pussies, the cowards, the so-called men. Because there's a lot of dudes look like men. But inside, see, and this is another thing, just, smoking weed and packing a pistol and being ready to whoop somebody's ass don't make you no man. You see, a lot of cats can do that. See, what make you a man is when you stand on two and you take care of your responsibilities and you build instead of destroy. Real men build their neighborhoods up. They don't destroy their neighborhoods. They build them up. What the fuck have you done to build the neighborhood up? What are you doing? What are you doing to inspire the youth? What are you doing? Are you just taking? Just getting all you can get. Gimme. And seeing the youth going the wrong direction. And if you can't take advantage of their misguidance, then you don't want nothing to do with them. You ain't got nothing good, no real good game to give them to sustain them. Good game to you is, hey man, that chick right there, man, I'm gonna tell you about that. All that fly shit, man, that shit dead, that shit is corny. That shit is corny. If you ain't in this motherfucker and you ain't trying to build, if you ain't trying to make sure that your children don't have to live the same life that you had to live, if you had to be in the hood and you had to struggle, if you having babies, if you just breeding and you ain't making sure that your babies got everything that they need so they can live a productive life and that life can be easier for them than it was for you, if you're not putting your children, if you just having babies and putting your children at a social disadvantage, motherfucker, you the problem. You got to go. It's time. It's time. It's time to stop protecting their asses. It's time. I don't even fuck with cats like that. I ain't got no time for them. I ain't got no time for them whatsoever. And all that shit about what's in the hood and this, and this, that, and the third. You can be in the hood and not hang out in the hood. What the fuck is that about? Why you gotta get out on the corner and hang out in the hood? What, if you're not from the hood, or you from the hood and you move out, if you come back, you ain't gotta stand on the goddamn corner and drink a 40 to show you real. That shit ain't real, that shit is stupid. You exposing yourself. You exposing yourself for suckers and busters and the police to roll up on your ass and treat you dirty just like everybody else they treat in the hood, because that's what they do. They profile the hood. And you should get the fuck out ASAP. All that shit about building and staying there and letting them police disrespect you, man, everywhere you go. I don't give a damn where you go. When people move in the hood, they move in the hood, they pay for what they can pay for. Whatever city they end up in, they pay for what they can pay for. And the minute they can do better, they get the fuck out. That's everybody. That's anybody you can think of. Because people ain't trying to have their children walking to the corner store with gunshots and being harassed like a lot of the disrespect that you see in the hood. Motherfuckers doing drug transactions and turf wars and all that stupid shit, and the police riding around harassing people. Who want to bring their damn children up around some shit like that? Who want to be around some shit like that? Y'all better get the fuck out ASAP. That's the name of the game. It's about growth, man. This shit ain't about just being stagnated. It's about growth. Now, if you just want to live in the hood because you like that. That's what you like. That's what you want. Hey, man, have at it. But I'm telling you, if you got some long-term ass plans and you trying to play the state and you trying to say, man, see this shit this shit right here too real for too many people. You know, there ain't too many motherfuckers gonna get this. Some people gonna get offended by this. But see, anybody who get offended by this, I can guarantee you they struggling like a motherfucker. And they gonna be struggling for a long fucking time because they hard-headed and they won't listen and they don't want to grow. They good with being stuck. They good with that. I'm not. Those people that killed that girl, the dudes that killed that girl, them motherfuckers need to be outed. Whoever they are, them motherfuckers need to be outed, drugged. Say, man, there should be no refuge for people like that in the hood. No refuge. Do not protect them bitches. No refuge. There should be nowhere safe that they could hide. If you love them motherfuckers, get their asses up. At least they'll have 3 meals in a cot. Get their asses up. Nobody, no honorable man, no honorable people should protect their asses. Give their asses up. Let me say these names again of these girls, these fucking so-called friends. Monifa Shelton and Irene Roberts. Give their asses up. Make their life miserable. Make their asses come forward. Them motherfuckers should not have another good fucking peaceful night of rest. Get their asses up. Give them up. Y'all want these neighborhoods to become safer? The police ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you they not gonna do it. Don't wait on the police to do it. They don't give a damn. They're already trying to not investigate Kenneka's death. That's why they telling her mama that they didn't suspect foul play. Them motherfuckers gotta be straight up fucking loony to not suspect foul play in this case. Man, common damn sense. This is common sense, man. This don't take no rocket science, man. You ain't even got to have graduated fucking kindergarten to figure this shit out. The girl was murdered. And they trying to act like that, well, we trying to see what's going on. We don't really know if that's really what happened. That's why I say Chicago PD ain't shit. They just like the rest of them. They been dirty, they been low down for a long time. And that damn mayor, I don't know how the hell he became mayor. I don't know why he ain't out of office yet. He should have been gone. Talking about they don't know, they don't know if foul play is involved. Please, all the youngsters out there in Chicago area that know those girls, make their motherfucking asses miserable until they find out, until they tell who those suckers were. And if you know who those suckers are, man, I hope them bitch ass niggas watch this video too, because I don't give a shit about them. I know they hoes. I know they suckers. I know they suckers. I know they some suckers. Because only a sucker would do some shit like that. Only a sucker would do some shit like that. It take a real sucker, first of all, to rape a woman. That's some real sucker shit to rape. That's rape. That's some real sucker shit to rape a woman. And anybody that got a problem with what I'm saying, man, I don't give a fuck if you unfollow me. I don't give a fuck if I'm running you hot, bitch. I want to run you hot. I want your ass away from me. And I know you ain't gonna do shit, because you a hoe. I know you ain't gonna do shit. My motherfucking clap back is real. Ain't nobody that's in disagreement with what I'm saying except the very motherfuckers that need to be executed. That's the only people that could be in disagreement with what I'm saying. Motherfuckers who need to be executed. Motherfuckers who need to be outed. Motherfuckers who need to go. I wouldn't no way possible be around a motherfucker that slimy, that dirty, that low down. A fucking rapist? A rapist? It's two of them. So you know that they got a friend somewhere. They got friends. Somebody else know. They know who did it. They're gonna find out who did it. It's too many people interested in this case. Ain't no way possible they gonna skate on this shit. They're gonna find their asses. I just want them to find them ASAP, like right fucking now. Find their asses. I got some homies in Chicago. I know I got some solid homies in Chicago. They ain't on that dumbass shit some of them Chicago niggas is on where they killing kids and shooting people for nothing and all that stupid shit. They real G's and they real get down type dudes. I know what's gonna happen if they come across them. If they find out, I know how that's going to end. If you love their asses, if they're your family members, get their asses up. Man, y'all share this as many times as y'all can, goddammit. And everybody y'all share it with, tell them to share it with somebody. I want them motherfuckers found ASAP. Let's see what y'all saying. Charles, what's up, homie? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Real talk. Queese, I see you. Appreciate you. Who's that? RT Oliver? I see you. Appreciate you, homie. Great. What up? Much respect. Dan Dizzle. Joe Brown. I see Jules Crown. I gotta cover it, man. I gotta cover it, man, because I'm telling you, man, that could have been any young lady, anyone. This is a young lady who was not celebrating some stupid shit. She wasn't celebrating getting out of jail. She wasn't celebrating breaking up with a baby daddy. She was celebrating a promotion, a job promotion. This could happen to anybody. I mean, anybody. For $200, that's the room. They set up for $200. For $200. Every last one of them got to go. They got to get it. If you're listening to it, if you find out about this video, man, give yourself up. Give yourself up and make it light on yourself. Might as well come on forward because somebody gonna tell the truth. So you may as well be the first one to get your story out there first, and maybe the fucking court will have some kind of leniency on you. They normally will have leniency on the first person who comes forward. So give yourself up and give yourself a shot at someday being free, being able to walk amongst civilized people again. That's another thing. It's time to get off this stupid shit that we do in the hood, where somebody kill one of our children and we nickname them Killer. We give them a name like Killer. You know, we give them some beast name, like Beast Mode or some shit. Give them some kind of just savage ass name. You know when you name people something, a certain name, they try to live up to the name? Just like growing up, at one point people used to say, man, you're a fool, boy, you're a fool. And I used to do some foolish shit, but I never considered myself a fool. But they'd be, boy, you're a fool, boy, you're a fool. I said, nah, nigga, I ain't no fool. Don't call me no fool. I mean, that would get under my skin when somebody called me a fool. So I checked them real quick. Now, I ain't no fool. But there was some people that I know that if you say you're a fool, boy, you crazy, they want to do something foolish or crazy. If you call them that, you call them crazy, they want to do something crazy. You call somebody a killer, damn, at some point, they say, yeah, I'm a killer, and I guess, it's been a while since I killed. Let me do another killing so I can keep my name, I can keep my rep intact. It's time out for that stupid shit. Where else do they do that, man? Where else do they where else do they allow a killer to stay in the community? I live amongst mixed communities. And if you try some shit like that where I live, they're gonna run not only your ass up out of here, they're gonna run your whole family out of the neighborhood. Your grandma ain't gonna be able to take them walks down the damn street no more with that little cane and shit and that stick or whatever. She ain't gonna be able to do that. They gonna, grandma, get your fuck out of the neighborhood, fucking killer, you fucking grandson's a killer, fucking grandson's a fucking killer, get the fuck out of our neighborhood. You throwing shit at our ass. Your kids ain't gonna be able to go to school. They gonna call you, they gonna make your kids' life miserable at school. They gonna make your ass miserable, killer or not. You gonna have to get the fuck out the neighborhood. That's how they keep the peace around in the neighborhood. They do some shit go down in this neighborhood, somebody get killed, I may not even know until a year later when the case go to court. I might not even know. Because a lot of shit they do on the sneak. But they not riding by gunning people down in the neighborhoods and shit like that. Always on the sneak. It's sneaky shit. They do sneaky shit around here. They do killing. They do some killing, but it's going to be some sneaky shit. They going to pause on their wife or some shit, put a hit out on the husband, shit like that. It's going to be nice, quiet, swept up. That's how that's going to go. But you're not going to stay in the neighborhood. And if you kill somebody and go to jail, whenever you get out, I don't give a damn if it's a week later or 20 years later, I'd be goddamn if you're gonna have a party in the hood. You might have a little quiet celebration at your house, a gathering at one of your family members' house. They ain't finna have no barbecue in the park for your ass. Fuck out of here. We gotta stop this fucking foolishness. You jump out there and you kill a damn killer in the hood, you don't need to be ever welcomed in the hood again. You kill one of our kids, your ass should never be welcome in the hood again. Let's get rid of their asses, man. You wanna talk about some coonery? That's some coon shit right there. Making the neighborhood unsafe. Killing these babies. That's some coon shit right there. It's time. It's time for them to go. Get rid of their asses. I don't give a damn if it's my cousin. I don't give a damn if it's my brother. I don't give a damn if it's a friend of 20 years. It's time for them motherfuckers who are fucking the hood up and making the hood dangerous. It's time for their asses to go. It's time to get rid of their asses by hook or crook. It's time. Hear what y'all saying. Yeah, we gotta police ourselves, man. The fucking police don't want to see our neighborhoods cleaned up. When they talk that cleaned up stuff, that's just excuses for them to do what they do. They don't want to see no unity. They don't want to see unity in the community. Yeah, we gotta police ourselves, man. Police ain't gonna do it. Gloria says, my uncle said back in the day when gangs were about something, they would have got stomped out. For sure. Gotta make them out of an example. And see, I know this is possible because I know there was times when a certain element came into our neighborhood. And for a minute, people didn't know what to think of it because these were black people. And, people like, man, and people just finally got tired of that shit after about a year or so. And all of a sudden, motherfuckers started getting found behind trash cans and abandoned buildings. And next thing you know, it wasn't sweet no more. It wasn't sweet. They had to get up out of here. So we know how to do it, but it's time. It's time. Somebody asked what's the solution. Man, I wish I would tell you some shit like that on YouTube. I ain't stupid like them youngsters. I can tell you it's time. I can tell you it's time to get rid of their asses. By a hook or by a crook. Marie, I think Black Lives Matter should unite for this incident. Start cleaning up our neighborhoods. Let me tell y'all something about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is an organization that was started primarily to advocate against police brutality. That is their mission. Just like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, their mission is to advocate against drunk driving. It's not to advocate against drunk driving and pet abuse. You understand what I'm saying? Every organization has a specific thing that they specialize in. People want Black Lives Matter to be all things to all black causes. It's not that. They couldn't do it if they wanted to do it. They'd be spread too thin. There are other organizations that are out there that specialize in unity in the community. Black Lives Matter primary thing is to focus against police brutality. So when I hear people saying, well, what about every time somebody black die, I guess black lives don't matter after all. I guess black lives, they sound very uninformed. Okay? So if I have an organization and my goal is to help people or bring awareness to mental health for people, you can't come at me and tell me something about, what about people with Alzheimer's disease? That's not what I do. They're both very serious issues, but my specialty is mental health awareness. That's what I do. The realist says that's not your focus. I'm speaking hypothetically, dude. Damn. How old are you? Well, they ain't killed all the black leaders, and I'm going to say something about this black leadership thing. I don't think it's wise to have a black leader. I think when you have a black leader, you kill that black leader, then you kill the dream. You kill the ideology. But if if you have, I think the idea is to have an ideology, have a code of conduct, an ideology. You can't kill an ideology. I don't care how many people you kill, the movement will go forward. It doesn't matter. Like if the Black Panthers was built on an ideology, no matter how many they locked up or how many they killed, they would have had to, they would have ran out of space to lock up more, because every single one of them, if they had an ideology, people would grow up, they'd still have them coming up to this day from the time that they're little kids, little seeds. You know, they're born into it. That's the ideology. That's why they can't get rid of Al-Qaeda. They can't get rid of ISIS, because ISIS is an ideology. Everybody looking at ISIS like, oh, we can get rid of ISIS because all we got to do is go get their leader. Man, for every leader you kill, you're going to have 1,000 of them, like 10,000 ready to take his place. You can't kill an ideology. That's why they'll never be successful with defeating ISIS. America would never defeat ISIS. The only thing America can do with ISIS is to try to meet with them, negotiate, all of this stuff. Well, I don't meet with terrorists. Shit. How many times has America committed terroristic acts? Fuck you mean you don't meet with terrorists? Look in the mirror. So that's why they'll never defeat ISIS. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. Best thing that America can do is try to keep their nose out of them folks' business. Stop putting sanctions on these countries that are killing people. These sanctions kill people. People don't know that. When we hear sanction, we just think, okay, we ain't doing business with them no more. But when we don't do business, or you tell other countries they can't do business with them either, it sucks the blood out of the economy and people die. And this is why these people are mad. And America has a long history of dropping bombs on indigenous countries. And when these people get on their feet, they remember. They got a long memory. So don't think that these people are just mad at America because they're jealous. No, it's way deeper than that. African Queen, I agree. Just having one leader and that's it. Back in the 60s, let's see. Okay, back in the 60s, there should have been more Malcolm X's, not just one. Somebody should have picked up what Malcolm left off. Real talk. Well, yeah, you don't identify a leader. You know, you don't identify one leader. You know, if you identify a leader, you get that leader, and then everybody else, once you kill that person, then everything just falls apart. So the leadership is in you. I'm a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. And you raise your babies up to be leaders. And when you see other people it's just that some people have more shine than others have. And if you like that person's message, then you support that person. But it's okay to also support other people as long as the goal, as long as that overall objective is consistent. See, we can have disagreements. We can be in disagreement. But as long as our objective is the same, if our objective is to uplift our community, to raise our children to be respectful and productive citizens, to abide by the law, and have some type of spiritual balance, then we can get along. We good. But what happens a lot of times is that I know specifically when it comes to black people, it's easy for them to like come between us and divide and conquer, because all it got to be is just one little disagreement, just one thing that you can disagree with. You can know that this person is all for the community and want for the advancement of the community and all that stuff, but this one thing this person said, and then we'll just discredit their whole background, their whole legacy, everything about them. I don't like I've had people on here on my YouTube channel who ride with me, will just ride with me. Been riding with me for, I guess I've been on here I've been on here since like January, I think. January, February, like February. Riding with me. I put one video out that they don't like. I ain't fucking with you no more. You a coon. Da 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 coon. Da, 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 da. Just like that. But that's cool, because these people I can't fuck with nowhere. I can't fuck with emotional people. And it's mainly dudes. It's not really even the women that act like that. It's the dudes. These dudes today, they're very, very emotional dudes. Very emotional. Now, you can have emotions. It's okay. We are human. You can have emotions. But a man should not allow himself to be emotional. I'm not emotional. I got emotions, but I'm not emotional. It's very, very different. Being emotional, I can maintain my masculinity. Having emotions, I can maintain masculinity with emotions. But when I become emotional, that's a feminine trait. Real talk. That's a feminine trait. Some dudes, when they get angry, they get very, very emotional, and they will call you and tell you, "Hey man, I'm going to jail. Man, I'm about to go to jail." What? For what? Man, this motherfucker, I'm going to jail. Whoa, 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 man. The secret is to win. The name of the game is to play to stay. Stay alive. Stay free. As long as you can. If you know you got a problem and you that upset and you know what everything that jail brings and getting caught up in this system brings, why would you consciously make the decision to follow that course? It makes absolutely no damn sense. And then when you do it, then you fighting for your freedom. You fighting with your life for your freedom. After you go out there and you made the conscious decision to go out and do something stupid. Now you're fighting and you're sitting there in the jail cell, you're looking stupid. And you're trying to get a call in, you call and collect, and you're trying to get visits, and you're worried about commissary, and then you got to bend over and cough, and got some dude looking up your ass who get off to it. And then if you're on the state level in some of these prisons, you gotta strip butt naked and go take group showers and shit. It's madness, man. It don't make sense. If you got the opportunity to make that phone call and say, "Man, I'm finna go to jail," then that should be cause for pause. Hold on, let me see how I can do this and handle this business. I'm mad. But let me see what's the best way I can handle this shit where I don't go to jail, I don't end up dead, I don't end up in a bad situation. I ain't saying be a sucker. I'm saying think. That's what I'm saying. You gotta think this shit through, man. It's chess, not checkers. Who is this? Charles. Man, hood is real. Larry say, "Jail isn't for me. I don't do slavery." Real talk. I don't do slavery. I don't do that shit, man. Man, jail is for suckers. And I've been to jail a few times, and I felt like a sucker each time. That's why I know. Jail is for suckers. That shit is for suckers, man. Anybody that tell you jail is try to paint a picture about jail being something that was cool is a damn fool, and you're a fool for listening to their asses. Ain't nothing cool about jail. Jail is in the Constitution. It is slavery. It is modern day slavery. Ain't nothing cool about it. Only a fool would think it would be cool to allow another man to have stewardship over his future. That don't make sense. You got cats that get out of jail and then they try to paint the picture to the youngsters like it was so cool and how they did this and that and that. And what the youngster don't ever do, the youngster be like eating it up. Like, hey, yeah, no shit. Oh, man. Some of them be just sitting there just listening. They be so caught up. I've been around them that do that talking like that. And I've called them out. I ain't just sit there and just let them poison the youngster. I called them out. Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, talking all that shit. And them youngsters be like sitting there listening. And they go like, and I could tell them, I could tell when they soaking it up. And one of them was talking like that one day, man. I said, man, with jail, you trying to make it seem like jail's so damn cool. If it's so cool, why'd you get out? I mean, you could have stayed in, because if jail, like to me, being free is cool. Like the free world is cool to me. You know, having the privilege to come and go when I want, having the privilege to reach into the refrigerator and grab something cold if I feel like, or eat whatever I desire. If I wake up and I feel like eating a steak, well, I don't eat red meat, but if I felt like eating some salmon, bam, I eat salmon that day. If I feel like eating some grilled chicken that day, I eat grilled chicken. I want some shrimp, lobster, whatever I want. If I want to eat an apple, I eat an apple when I feel like it. That's a beautiful thing, man. I go to sleep in peace and ain't got to worry about somebody I might have a conflict with pouring some grease on my face or some hot water on me. Or some old dirty low-down guard trying to wake me up because he or she is got to be to work and they got to be up. Telling me when I can get off the phone, when to turn the television off. Yeah, jail for suckers, man. Don't let nobody fool you. Yeah, that cold beer too, man. And I'm not a huge beer drinker, but every now and then, in fact, just yesterday, I was with my little brother, and we bought a 6-pack. And that beer was good and cold. Felt good. Couldn't do that in jail. Well, I guess I could, but you can't just have access exactly when you want to have access. You know, you got to go through some things to get that access. That's what I'm saying. And I think getting back to the leader thing is that a lot of us are sitting around waiting on a leader when there's leadership capabilities in all of us. I was always told, don't wait on anybody. Don't wait on anything and don't wait on anybody. Work. Whatever it is you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, work. If you're trying to become a rapper, don't wait on somebody to sign you. Work. Work. And people will see the work that you do. And they'll come to you. They will find you. Work. Don't wait on that perfect job. Get a job so that you can start at the least be able to take care of your personal things. Even if you have to live with somebody, at least you can take care of your personal things. You ain't got to ask somebody to buy you food. You ain't got to ask somebody to buy you deodorant, washing powder, soap. a detergent or whatever. Work. Don't wait on anybody. Before I got on in the music industry, I washed cars, I pumped gas, I cut grass, I was what do you call it? I worked in telecommunications. I worked on the assembly line at an oil company. I was a door-to-door subscription seller for the Houston Chronicle. I worked as a cook for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I did all of this because I knew this is what I want to do. But on the way there, I can't wait. I'm sitting around waiting, I'm going to be starving. So I got to do something. I got to work. I'm working toward my goal. I got to work till it happens. I'm working. You see? I remember being in high school, and that was this girl I really liked. And we exchanged numbers and all this stuff. She had a boyfriend. So I called myself gonna wait till they break up, and then she'll pick me. Well, they broke up, and she skipped right over my ass. And I couldn't believe it. I thought I was next in line. I'm sitting there waiting. I realized that one little experience, I don't give a damn how great she think I am, how great I think she is. I'm working. I'm gonna keep living. I'm gonna keep on living. If she comes around, if I'm available, fine. If it's still, I still got that interest, fine. But I'm not waiting on anybody. I'm not waiting. I'm working. And that's what you should do. Don't wait. Work. Nah, doc, I was not a side dude. Dr. Pressure say, damn, you was some side dude. No, man, I wasn't a side dude. I didn't even get that far. I wasn't even a side dude. I was just a dude. The side dude getting some action. I wasn't getting no action. She didn't give me any action. But it worked out. It worked out, man. It worked out. I'm glad, man. How they say when God closes one door, he opens another. And boy, did he open not just one door, but he opened a lot for me. So I'm good. Loretta, love you back. I'm not ashamed to say that, man. I didn't get no action. I got no action in high school until my senior year, and the action I got was with a chick that didn't even go to the school I went to, but she was the head cheerleader at Wheatley High School. But because I didn't just want to take anything. I could have had other relationships, but I didn't want those. I was trying to get the chick, I wanted that chick. And I couldn't get that chick. So, I kept waiting. I waited. Something finally came through, and it worked for a while. But after that was over. I was done waiting, man, after that. I was done waiting. R.D. Regina, what up, Regina? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad it worked out for me like that, because it gave me time to, to mature. It allowed me to mature. Yeah, sex too early, man. A lot of things happen, and oftentimes, man, you end up, having these babies prematurely, and you know how many times that a baby can defer your dreams. So things could have went a whole different direction for me. So it worked out beautifully. It worked out beautifully for me. I was telling my son, like don't rush into that, Don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come, the time gonna come, it's gonna be right, you know. And I think it's important for these men to talk to these boys like that and stop trying to encourage them to go and knock something off. That don't even make sense. Because on one hand, you tell your girl to wait, but you try to send your boy out there to knock some other man's daughter off. It don't even make sense. It's just really backwards. We got to be consistent. These boys and these girls need to wait until it's the right time. Take the time, man. You got a whole life in front of you. Sex is something serious, and it's gonna come. But the older you are, the more mature, the better. Well, at least the older you are, the better chance that you have at being able to deal with the consequences. Yeah, running trains. You say Pimp C spoke firmly against running trains. What's your take on that? In my cowboy western days, I thought that was a cool thing to do. I thought that was cool. But on some grown man shit, that's corny. It's very, very corny. A lot of these things we do, man, because of peer pressure, we do to really impress dudes. We need these stories to impress dudes. But when you get older and you realize what life is really about, and you understand what manhood is really about, man, you don't even want to be all naked in the room with some dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, call yourself running a train. You don't want to do all that shit. That's corny. It's like, it's really, really corny. And anything could happen. I know of a very famous rapper who ran a train and got the girl pregnant accidentally. And so his baby's mama is a train wreck. That's how that went down. That's cold-blooded, man. You gotta be very, very careful. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, I ain't trying to spoil it for all these dudes out here that ain't had that yet, haven't had a chance to experience that yet. I'm not trying to spoil it for you. I'm just trying to give you the information. That's it. You can take it and do what you want to do with it. If that's something you want to do, hey, have at it. Knock yourself out. But I kind of like the idea of being exclusive. I don't like the idea. I don't like anybody just being able to say they was with me. Nah. I'm cool with that. But if you got to get it out your system, go ahead, man. But all I can say is protect yourself at all times. As Shasta says, that's why I'm cool on the threesome. 2 dudes and me. But I couldn't do it. Kept thinking about them looking at each other. And it made me sick. Yeah, they're going to look at each other. Some of that. Yeah, that's going to go down. I'm only gonna say so much about that. 'Cause like I said, I ain't trying to kill nobody's fantasy. You know, I ain't gonna try to kill nobody's fantasy. Hey, you know, I'm good with that. Okay, y'all. Who was that? Shamar, I see you, homie. Shamar always riding with me. Jules, Joe Brown, Dan Dizzle, Great February. Who's that? RT. Is that? That's Tolliver. R. Tolliver. I said RT Oliver last time. That's R. Tolliver. You know what I need to do, man? I need to make some of y'all. I need to make some moderators. So if you want to be a moderator, shoot me a message right here on here right quick, and because I need to moderate these trolls. Like when I'm doing my live, a lot of time the trolls jump into the comment section, and I need to be able to get rid of their asses, and I need some help getting rid of them. So shoot me a message right now. Make a comment if you want to be a moderator, and uh, and I'll take a look at it real quick, and I'll make you a moderator on here, so that way you can help me block these trolls. Rodney Oakley, appreciate you, homie. Who is that? Diamond Girl? Diamond Girl 108. Or is that 08? Diamond Girl 08. Yeah. Let me see. Trying to get back. Super chat. Get off of that right quick. Let's see. King Davis. What you saying, King Davis? You say me? What do you mean by me? I don't understand. Nah, I ain't letting no troll be a troll on my shit, because trolls throw off the conversation, man. See, some people are pain freaks. I'm not a pain freak. You know, I don't need them here. I'm good. I don't need the extra. I don't need all of the, you know, I'm cool. I don't need the extra traffic. I'm good. I like to have these conversations so we can go somewhere with it. You know, I'm not trying to have a conversation just to, you know, have a pissing contest. I see you, Rashida. There you go. Bam. Let me see who else. Revolution is real. We gonna kill their ass with these moderators, y'all. They gonna be out of here. Okay, I'm still scrolling through here, y'all, trying to look at who wants to be a moderator. What I gotta do is I gotta make sure that I don't make a troll. I don't mess around here and make a troll a moderator. So I'm looking at these comments and I'm trying to really see if I recognize certain names. I need to make sure that I don't accidentally make a troll a moderator. Still scrolling, y'all. I'm trying to get through, trying to look at these. Say Mike was asking earlier today, is he still there? Still here. Who is Mike? Yeah, the main people that I have to block, where I need this help with moderating, I got to get rid of these coons and these coon lovers. That's who come to my channel. That's who troll my channel. The coons and the coon lovers. So their asses got to go. They ain't welcome here. I'm not gonna give them a platform to get off. Yeah, I ain't letting their asses get off on here. Sometimes I go to people's channels and man, people be saying all kind of disrespectful stuff to the channel owner. And I'm like, I mean, they have absolutely no respect to me. You know, your channel, even though your channel is broadcast to the world, you know, it's still your shit. It's your platform. To me, it's like somebody coming to your house and spitting on the floor. You know, you come to somebody's house, man, you wipe your feet, and you know, it's a privilege to be in somebody's house. It's not a right. Some people think it's a right. They got a right to come on your channel and talk shit just because your channel is live and you know it's It's a live broadcast. Hold on a second, y'all. My battery about to go. All right. Okay, I think I'm straight. Yeah, it's like, y'all, some of y'all got Facebook pages and Twitter pages and, Instagram. And you got people that'll come to your page. Like say, for instance, sometimes you got people that when you post something, you can make the perfect post. Their asses always got something to add to the post. They always want to add something to what you say. Man, you can say, woke up this morning, today is a good day, have a great day. Some damn fool to say, well, the day ain't over yet. We got to see about that. Their ass deserve to be blocked. All that negative energy, man, I ain't trying to hear that. People come to your page. It's your Facebook, it's your Twitter, it's your Instagram. It's almost like a blog. So it's your thoughts, it's your post, it's how you feel. They totally don't like you, they disagree with you, but they come to your shit anyway to talk shit. It's your shit. And they just come to your platform and talk shit and to disagree and all that stuff. Motherfucker, if you don't like what I got to say, get your funky ass down the road like Darth. Ease on down the road. You ain't got, I'm not hard up for no damn followers. I'm not hard up for anybody to follow me that bad. I don't give a damn about them likes and comments and shit like some of these people just hard up for them. I'm going to get rid of their asses. I'm going to treat them just like everybody else treat them. Ignore their asses. Let's see. I see you, Reginald. Reginald Alonzo. Jumped on the super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna need a few more moderators in a minute because I got some other things going on, and I know this thing gonna be jumping, so we're gonna need some help attacking their asses. That's another thing. I think we need to come up with like some type of name, like Beyonce got Beehive. We need to come up with something. We need to come up with something like, don't nobody say D-Hive. Don't do that. But you gotta be diligent. You gotta be you gotta be diligent and fighting these trolls and people that jump on your platform and be disrespectful and all that shit. You gotta do them 10 times worse than they could ever think about. You gotta do them 100 times worse than they could ever think about doing you. You gotta be very disrespectful to them. You gotta be vile to them, really vile to them. You gotta clown their asses. You can't give them no air, no let them do. You gotta put your foot on their neck. And when they beg for you to get it off, man, you gotta keep on pressing till it snap. You can't get their asses no break. They ain't gonna be safe around here. They can go to somebody else's page. Right? So, Val Magazine. 501 Creations doing good in the hood. Also love that you're wearing a wig. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Val. So this is what I just want to say this, man, in closing. I just want to say that it's quite possible to love, your children and discipline your children where it may cause your children some discomfort. The same thing with people in the hood. Sometimes you've had family members who you love them to death, they family, but they foul. You can't fuck with them. Well, this is how it is with a lot of people. Well, I say some people that's in our hood, some people that's in the black community. They got to go, man. They got to go. Send them somewhere else. Send their ass to another community. Send their asses, shit, man, send them to the moon. Send their ass anywhere. They got to go. Some of them don't want to change. They got to go. They don't want to change. We got to get them out of here. They have no love for themselves. They have no love for others. They're going to raise children. They're going to get together with another foul motherfucker. They're going to have a kid. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to raise their child to be foul. And they're going to sick that motherfucker and let them go on the society at large. And then he going to go create another 2 or 3 of them. And it go on and on and on and on and on. We got to stop letting them feel safe. We got to stop giving them refuge. It's time to get rid of their asses. When I lived overseas in Azerbaijan, that's up near Russia, between Russia and Iran, I was on my way home one day and I saw a huge brawl going on. And all I saw is like a whole mob of people beating the hell out of. So I guess it wasn't really a brawl. It was just a mob of people beating the hell out of this one dude. And I asked my driver what was going on. And, you know, he said that he didn't know, but he'd find out. So later that night, he came back by the house and he said, Mr. Dennis, what happened is that that guy beat up his girlfriend. So everybody in the neighborhood beat him up. When I say everybody whooped his ass, y'all, I mean everybody whooped his ass. There were kids throwing rocks at his ass, grown men beating him, hitting him, and it was old ladies with broomsticks hitting his ass in slow motion. Whole neighborhood, they was teeing off on his ass, beating the brakes off his ass. Now, in America, you'll have people that say, man, got mind your own business. Man, they scared to death. They'll sit up and they'll watch somebody beat the shit out of their girlfriend or their wife or whoever. And what this does is it makes people think that that type of behavior is okay. And so it emboldens the next dude to do the same thing who may be off. And you see people acting like this, then at some point it becomes part of the culture, it becomes part of the behavior process or behavior pattern. Well, just like you cannot assist a woman in distress and it becomes part of a behavioral pattern, you can assist a woman in distress, a female in distress, and it becomes a behavior pattern. Everybody know. You're not gonna get a pass. You're gonna be outed. You're not gonna have safe refuge if you put your hands on that woman. Nobody is going to give you a pass. Nobody is going to accept it. And this is why, even though that country, at the time that I moved into it, was considered an underdeveloped country, third world country, at that time. It has since raised its status. But at that time, it was considered to be a third world country. They don't allow people to disrespect and beat up women like that. They don't allow that shit. They don't allow the rape shit and all that shit. They don't have that culture. And they, even though they were considered a third world country and they only, at that time, the median income was like $87 or something a month, they were poor. They were destitute. But you know what they had? They had pride. So this is why I can't just say, when I hear people say, man, people ain't got nothing, we poor, we da-da-da-da. No. I've seen it done in other countries. I've seen people have respect. Show respect for their fellow man, their fellow woman. Protect the children. In this country of 4 million people, I lived in Baku, the country not 4 million, but the city I lived in, Baku. 4 million people. Very close to Houston numbers. They averaged 1 murder per month. And they had 4 million people living there. And most of the people in the country were poor, really poor. Not Houston poor, not Chicago poor, not fucking third ward or ninth ward poor. I'm talking about dirt poor, literally some of the houses had dirt floors. But them people had pride. They had pride. The men were destitute, but they stood out on the corners. And they stood, not just corners, but the street. They would line the streets in the mornings. You see the street just lined. And I'm talking about like, at some stretches, it'd be like a quarter of a mile. And then you go down a little while later, and then it's a quarter of a mile stretch of men just lining up the streets, waiting on somebody, a truck to pass by, a car to pass by, so they can get some work. And they would have suits on. Now the suits weren't in the best condition, but nevertheless they were suits. They were dressed for any part that a person may have picked them up to play. Whatever kind of work they was prepared for it. Whether it was some office work or whether it was some work in a ditch, they was ready. And these people had nothing. And so I'm telling you that this change starts right here. The change starts right here. So while they didn't have their own government sanctioning murder against them like we have in America, they were poor. And they had pride. So even though they were poor and you had the have-nots, the haves had so much and the have-nots had so little, they made the best with what they had, and they did not apply any self-hatred toward themselves. They didn't produce any self-inflicted wounds like we so often do. So I know it can be done. It starts with self first and foremost. But some people don't want to be responsible. Some people just want to say it's them and them only. Yes, it's them. It's their asses a whole lot. Oh yeah, they got a big heavy ass hand in it. But at the end of the day, nobody likes to be made a fool of. So why allow them to make you out of a fool time and time again if you know the play? If I'm playing basketball, if I'm playing football, because I play football better than basketball, so I'm saying football. If I play football and I know the play is going to the left, I know for a fact the play coming to the left. Why the hell would I go to the right if I know the play coming to the left? The play going left. Why would I go to the right? Unless I don't want to win. Unless I'm not trying to be productive. I'm not trying to be successful. That is the only way I would go to the right, if I know the play coming to the left. Or unless I'm playing for the other team. It's that simple. And if I know that play coming to the left, your ass ain't getting past me. You ain't getting past me. And there's too many of us that are allowing the play to get past us, and we know it's coming. We know how the play coming, and we're allowing it to happen. And we're accepting it over and over and over again. It's on us. Ultimately, you're responsible for your own actions at the end of the day. You got more power inside of you than any man could ever have on you or against you. You got more internal power than any man could ever have external power against you. Except for you to stand up and use it. Stand on two. Go out there and be all you can be. Be the man, be the woman that you can be. Be the man and the woman that God made you to be. God already gave you the instructions. He already put it in you. It's up to you to execute. That's what it is, y'all. I appreciate y'all for checking it out. Thank you to my new moderators, other people that want, anybody else that want to moderate, just, let me see you on my live feeds and stuff and let me know. I can't make you a moderator. At least I haven't figured that out, how to make you a moderator when I'm not going live. So when I'm going live, if I see you, the more I see you and I see you commenting and stuff and I get familiar with your name, I'll make you a moderator and we can get rid of these damn trolls. All right, so tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, I will have Colleen Dagg, a.k.a. Becky Knuckles, on the show. Becky Knuckles, that's the white woman who beat up the white woman in the lobby at the, what was that, a La Quinta Inn, I believe? Yeah, she beat up the white woman who was using racial slurs. She didn't appreciate it. She walked outside and she heard what she said. She walked outside and thought about it and said, nah, I can't let this slide. She turned around and went and confronted her. And the woman started talking fly, then got in her face and then attacked her. And boy, she didn't know. She was dealing with Becky Knuckles. She got her ass waxed. If y'all ain't seen the video, go check it out. Look it up. Look up woman beats woman hotel lobby or something like that. She beat her up in the hotel lobby. So just Google that. You'll see it. She whooped her ass. I'll have her on the show tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate y'all. No more talk.